Hello everyone and welcome back to my Gentry build. I'm not in my overalls. I finished off yesterday and I completed putting in the gearbox, the clutch, bell housing, prop shaft. So there's a complete drivetrain right the way through to the rear axle now. So that's good. There's a few modifications, well not modifications, a few things I need to finish off. I haven't done the the gearbox mount yet. I've got to fabricate that properly. Sorry, I've just eaten some chocolate. But after that it should be okay. So I've got probably about a day, 2 days work left in here to finish off what I want. And then after that it's really a case of tidying up the garage and getting ready for the delivery of the actual kit next Sunday, probably late Sunday morning. After this intro I will be showing you small clips, well not clips, photographs of the progress of yesterday's work, showing the installation. I didn't do any video, to be honest with you. The main work was really just bolting the stuff to the engine and then a lot of heaving and shoving to put the gearbox on. But I have done a few still photographs as I went along. And also I will include some photographs I took today while I was at John's, who's making the kit for me. Just to give you an idea of what to expect next weekend, and for me, to be honest with you, it looks superb. It's in its raw state, if you like. There's still work to be done on it, and from the photographs you'll see that it's not bolted totally in place yet because he's still working on it, but he's getting to that final stage where he can say, right, that's now ready and can be delivered. So once it's delivered here, then there is an awful lot of work to be done on the body itself. So it's really just the basic kit, but the basic kit is substantial. There's a steel framework, substantial steel framework, and then over the top of that is clad, it's either 3/4 of an inch or 1 inch marine ply. It's one of those two, and then over the top of the ply is aluminium, which is also clad on top of the so there's a sandwich really of plywood and aluminium and the steel framework, so it's quite a substantial kit. I've got an original I think it's a 1947 MGTD fold down windscreen, which I took up there today, and both John and I, there are two types of scuttle where the windscreen fits onto, and there's the earlier sort, the TD style, and the later style, the TF. And we tried the later style and it the earlier style, and it didn't actually quite fit that good. Even the TF version, I've still got to do a little bit of massaging, shall we say, to get the windscreen to fit how I want it to fit. But it's all part and parcel of building a kit car, you know. It's not just like you get the kit and you bolt it onto the chassis and it's job done. Far from it. There's a lot of work involved afterwards. But I'll describe all that once the kit arrives. I'll go through it with you once it's in the garage. So that's it really. So I'm having kind of a restful day today, which I think I need. And then tomorrow I will come back in here and I will tidy up all this crap, which you can't see at the moment, but there is just boxes and tools and stuff around, and I need to have a massive tidy up before the kit arrives. So that's a good incentive, but I've got a week to do that, so that's good. I'm absolutely over the moon. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic about the arrival next week of the kit, because that's really kind of the makings of it, you know. When you get the body on, this is all very well and good, but majority of this is going to be hidden anyway, but you've got to have that to bolt the body onto, and of course it's got to be roadworthy. So this has given me a good opportunity to get all this bit done, and then the body can go on. The pretty stuff can then start taking shape. So that's it. I probably won't do any more video now until obviously next weekend, and I shall probably have a field day doing that. Whether I can bolt or place the body straight on to the chassis, I don't know yet, because there is a bulkhead just about here, and that has got to be cut to the shape of the bell housing. So if that's not cut, or because it's not cut, it won't rest down over the top of the gearbox. And I'm not taking the gearbox off because I need that there so I can cut the bulkhead out. So it may be sort of up in the air like this when it arrives. But oh, just seen something, bear with me. What John did do was give me the cowl for the grill shell, which is an original Gentry shell, which is taken from the same shape pretty much as a MGTF. It's not identical, but it's not far off it. And I've also got the slats to go in here, which are over there at the moment. It will all need rechroming. So I was really lucky to get one of these, because these are like hen's teeth. You can't really get them. They don't produce these for the Gentry anymore. They do something else, which I think actually what they use is the MGZA or ZB grill, if you can get hold of them. They're becoming rare now too. So I was very, very lucky to get hold of this at no extra charge. So that was brilliant of John to do that for me, and I thank John for that immensely. So it's got one tiny little donk on it, can hardly see it, but I know a company in Coventry who will work miracles on this. I've seen their work and they are absolutely fantastic. So they strip all the old chrome off, they repair any dents, breakages, splits. Luckily this hasn't got any. And then rechrome it, and of course they put copper underneath first and then chrome it. They don't just bung chrome over the top of the brass. This is all brass, by the way. It's I think it's brass. Yeah, it's brass. And it comes with the top cap here. It hasn't got a badge at the front, but I didn't want a badge anyway. It normally comes with either an MG or a Gentry badge. I've got my own design for this, which I will get made up. So, all looking good. So I will take the camera off the tripod and I'll show you this over here in closer detail. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Hello again. Right, so back to the engine side of it. As you can see, I've got most of the ancillaries now bolted onto the engine. I did have it chopped up underneath before I had the gearbox on, with a jack and some bits of wood and everything, because obviously it wasn't supported because the gearbox wasn't there. But now it is supported. So I've now got the gearbox, flywheel, clutch assembly in place, and I've got nearly all the bolts in. I haven't put all of them in yet, but they're nearly all there. I say the engine's pretty much near enough complete. Headers are in, and if we go along, so here is the engine mount just here. so I've got to modify this because it's sitting too high at the moment. So because the reason is because I've had to move, well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to move the engine back 3.5 inches. So this is where this engine mount here normally bolts to here. Well, I've made a bracket up here. I had that welded onto this front turret, suspension turret, and that engine mount now bolts to that turret, which is welded around here, and it's got a tongue underneath it through that hole in here, and it's welded underneath too, so that's very substantial. That's not going to go anywhere. I hope this mic is working, by the way, I really do, but the last time it came out really well. Yep, so that's the gearbox mounting there, and then we have the prop shaft, which I had made up to a specific length to go in between the two. I had to get it made up because it wasn't the standard length. It's not the normal Triumph Spitfire length, because I've had to move it back. Keep saying that, but that's the reason why. So I was going to get the old one shortened, but it was only like 20 quid more to get a brand new one made up with all new yokes and universal joints, so I decided to go that route. And then we get to the rear end. So that's pretty much all the chassis, engine, gearbox and back axle done. I'll just show you around the other side. So I've got a new alternator, new HT leads in red to go with the engine, oil filter, fuel pump, distributor, obviously that's going to be swapped out for the electronic one for electronic ignition, but initially I want to use this one because I want to work with the old traditional point system, because it's just the way I work. I prefer to use points so I can actually see the spark and see where I'm actually setting this for advance or retard while I'm setting up the ignition. Once I've set that up correctly and the engine is running, hopefully, once the engine is running, then and it's okay, I've got the timing correct, I can then take that distributor out, flog it on eBay, put a electronic distributor in with coil and all the electric gubbins which goes with it. So that's about it. Gearbox works fine, so if I put that into, say, first, right, let's put that into neutral, then that turns. I can't turn it because it's on the back there, but that's free. Now it's not. That's now in first gear, and because there's the slave cylinder here when I've hit it, because that's not releasing the clutch yet, there's now direct drive through to the engine. So that's it, pretty much. I think the red, black and silver combination works really well. I might actually just paint this pulley here red as well to match in with this one and this one. I don't like it being black like that, looks odd. There we go. Okay, so what I will do now, so I'll finish the video here, it's only a short one, and I'll tag on some still photographs of the work I did here yesterday, this area, and also some still shots of going to see the kit today. Okay, so just bear in mind that the photographs of the kit, they are raw at the moment. so it can look a bit messy in places and unfinished, but that's because it is unfinished. But as they say, it'll be all right on the night. Okay, good. That's only about 10 minutes so far, so that's good. All right, so bye for now, and I will speak to you again next week, or weekend anyway. Okay, bye for now, folks. Bye.